Hello and welcome. We are back with the Midweek Anthem, and we will be covering the quarterfinals first leg in this episode. Welcome on board, Mr. Gabro, and how are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Greetings to everyone. Absolutely, I'm doing wonderful. Of course, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. And yes, we are back with another top class, another gritty, another aggressive uh, kind of a games
Well,
we had.
yeah, pretty exciting games actually, by the way.
Absolutely, yes. And of course, some shocking results which we never expected. Of course,
I mean, we can say this, but on a whole account, I think pretty exciting games. So I think
great games.
we have four games. These are the quarterfinals. So I think let's get cracking with the fixtures, right, Mr. Abram? What is the first game that
Absolutely.
you would want to review?
We go to the Bernabeu
Oh,
to
the big one.
watch the
Real
all-time
Madrid taking on Bayern
Madrid,
Munich.
the greatest Real Madrid of all,
Oh
taking
yeah,
on the giants of Germany, and the
yeah.
Bayern Munich. Yeah,
I mean, two of the most successful sides in Champions League
sides
history.
in the yes,
Yeah,
in the Champions League. Absolutely, yes.
and well, one hell of a cracking fixture this was. I mean, um,
I it was. I mean, we expected it. We had a discussion over this, and we said,
yeah,
"Ke, I mean, this could be a very nail-biting and enthralling in terms of attacking display, because we knew that
and
both sides have some attacking progress at
oh,
disposal,
absolutely,
and
absolutely,
loads of talent is there. But
absolutely.
eventually, I mean, for me, it's not a shocking result, because I think this year, by looking more disciplined, the more aggressive, the
Exactly,
intent and the
exactly.
shape they got within them, it's absolutely. I mean, this could be tormenting the other side, and they have. I thought Madrid and Bayern could have been a 3-3 or 4-4, or could have been 4-3 or
Fixture, yeah. I
2-2.
mean, for the amount of
If it,
chances
it
that went
yeah, if
away,
it had
yeah,
not been, I mean, the
yeah,
amount of chances, and if it had not
yeah.
been Neuer in the goal, I mean, 40-year-old goalkeeper, Melissa, the
And I
reflexes,
mean,
he's still have
and
it.
he's
He's
absolutely
still got
at the
it.
very top of his game. I mean, for what he
I mean,
was
I'm
known.
amazed to see him. I mean,
Yeah,
he's basically giving us the reflection of Oliver Kahn in his
yeah,
last
he is.
days.
He is. And I think he
I
has
mean, what
always followed in his
reflexes?
footsteps,
I mean,
for the greater
what
part of his
display?
career. And I think
What display?
it's tremendous to comment on this because I think, one of the legendary goalkeepers of our time, Gigi
Absolutely.
Buffon. So when he
Yeah.
walked out, finally, said goodbye. So he was still at his absolute best for all the skills that he was known for. And I think Manuel Neuer is also on the same league. So he's known for being a very agile goalkeeper, and he's still sort of is. I mean, he also exhibited the same, in this fixture as well. He gets out of his line very quickly. He leaves his mark, gets down in the
I
field,
mean, his
clears the
game
ball
awareness
away.
and readiness is
I
top
mean,
class
he
still. I mean, in this
absolutely
age,
phenomenal. This is
it
this fixture.
reminds me of
I think we expected Bayern Munich to get away with a win at St. Bernabeu
they
this year,
did get away
and they did
eventually.
get away. I think, however, I for one reason, I think I'm pretty disappointed with the chances that were in this game and
I
could
mean,
not be they
in
could
terms
not be
of
finished.
Manisha, in terms of chances, I mean, in first half, this game could have been over by Bayern.
Well, I think they
I
should
mean, the
have
amount of
buried.
gifts, I
Yeah, yeah,
would call
yeah.
it a gifts. I mean, gifts, amount of gifts Madrid presented to them
Presented, yeah,
on the plate,
on the plate,
and
yeah.
they've missed some sitter.
And I think
I mean, guilt age chances, and they missed it. And I thought, what is going on? What is Madrid up to? I mean, why they are doing this? What sort of pressure they are in? And in the second half, it was flip side of the coin,
yeah,
and Neuer came to the rescue a lot of times, and
a
he
lot of
did
times. I mean,
keeping the
Real
ball away.
Madrid. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. Otherwise, this game, as I said, this game could have been 3-3 or 4-4.
I think this game, Real Madrid started off. How they actually came back around in the second half. This is how they should have actually taken on the game in the very first half, right? So this is what I think about it. But
One more thing.
on the disappointment side, I think they have Bayern Munich had an awful lot of chances, and they should have at least been 3 goals ahead in the very first half itself. Some very peachy of a chances that they missed, very easier chances to we can score a goal about in them. But I think this
I,
was one of the disappointments. But the
uh,
same disappointments also came following in the second half when Real Madrid also had a couple of chances, other than ones that were saved by Manuel Neuer. They also had a
yeah.
couple of chances that they also missed, and this apparently on the screen they seemed pretty easy to score on. And I think this is one of the disappointments from this game. But a very pretty sight to see. I mean, Jamal Musiala getting back on the field.
Yeah, after a
Uh,
long time.
yeah, after a very long time,
Hopefully this back, yes. Good for the game.
after a very severe injury that
I thought
was.
I thought Arbeloa missed the trick because you just cannot make Kylian Mbappe and Bellingham sit on the bench and comes in the substitution as a substitute.
I was
You cannot
surprised
do
to
this.
see. I was
I
surprised to
mean,
see,
they should have
Bellingham coming
started.
on. Yeah.
They should have
Absolutely,
started the game.
absolutely.
By
I think
far,
Jude
you
Jude
need your
Bellingham
most
is
pivotal players on
he
the
is very
pitch,
pivotal. I
top
mean, for
names.
them, he is very pivotal in the midfield and in the attack. Vice versa. And I was very surprised to see Jude Bellingham not being in the starting 11.
And
So I
I
think,
wish
yeah,
to
I
see them
think,
starts at Bayern because
yeah.
this could be some game. If the good
This was
starts
this.
and they go head
Luis
on again.
Diaz, has been absolutely phenomenal for Bayern Munich
Brilliant.
this season.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely. I think it was his 23rd or 22nd goal of the season so far.
yeah, he's
He's
been
been on a
firing
goal
all
scoring
around.
spree.
Yeah.
He's scoring for
So
fun.
he's in a very
What a signing.
phenomenal
Yes,
form.
what a signing.
Uh,
And on the
for
flip side, Liverpool are missing Luis Diaz.
and they are.
He'll
I
come
think
back to that.
it was wrong of them to let him go in this
Mhm.
season primarily, and I think they are
Yes.
paying the price for this now. Uh, but this was I mean Bayern Munich and PSG are the strongest two sides in this Champions League campaign this season, and Bayern
Yeah.
Munich is still keeping up with their momentum. So a very cracking fixture this was. We expected
It's
Bayern Munich to
I
win
would say
off
a
this, but
very good advantage, slight advantage Bayern have because it's all to play still. 2-1
well, I think
it's
they
very
have a
fragile,
huge
very fragile.
advantage. I think, Mr. Abro, I think they have a huge advantage. I mean, it would be very difficult for Real Madrid to go to Bayern Munich now,
But in the
and
end, Melissa, it's just a one goal. I mean, it's a
yeah,
fragile
it's
league,
it's
I would
it's
call.
it's just a one goal. I
It's
agree
not
with this.
something you can rely upon. It's a fragile league.
I agree with this, but I think Bayern Munich and the crowd, you know,
Yeah, at
I
home
think they would make it
they are
very
very
difficult for
difficult,
Real
very
Madrid to
different
come
side.
back around in this fixture.
Beast of a
This
side,
fixture,
yes.
yeah. Another cracking fixture for me, I think, Sporting taking on Arsenal, the second fixture that we're
Yes,
covering, and I think
I
it
watched
was
this game. I
in the
also
very
had
last, in the very
uh,
last minutes before the whistle could have blown, Kai
I
Havertz,
thought it was I mean the way Sporting came out
I
of
would,
this game. It
yeah,
was like a
I
shadow of a side which beats Baltic Limb and
Bodo in the last fixture, yeah,
which performed that unbelievable remontada. So it was
yeah,
a half of a side of, in fact, shadow of a side. Number two is Arsenal never looks. I mean, they never look to me. They will. I mean, go up a gear. They will. I mean, they change their
no,
gears. They never change their gears. They
no,
were controlling the game, but the penetration inside
yeah.
the box and if you see them, the side they put in, the amount of attacking progress they got, the talent they got, I
Yeah.
was expecting a Sporting goalkeeper to be a very busy, right?
So
Okay, but
I
that didn't happen.
know that
Sporting were
didn't
in the
happen.
game as far as the nil-nil goes. And then again, you have to thank David Raya in the last dying minutes for two
Minutes, yeah,
fingertip save.
yeah.
I mean, that was enormous for David Raya. Otherwise, this could have been a 1-1 or 2-1 to Sporting.
I mean, this is hardly you can. I mean,
That proves how. That is how
Arsenal can
proves it
hardly
is.
say that they won this game convincingly, which they didn't
No, they
because.
did. They did.
So I
But a
think
fortunate
a bit of
and a
an
very good
effort,
finish
maybe
from
a bit of a luck.
Havertz. Yeah.
I think this game had a draw written on it because this is how it
Yeah,
went on.
absolutely. I was
And
expecting a nil-nil. I mean,
yeah, I particularly wanted Sporting to score in this fixture, considering this is their home side that they're playing in this round. But
and
I
this
mean,
is the
I
first game they've
expected this to
lost.
be
In the
yeah.
last 23 games, I believe they were unbeaten at home.
Yeah, so you're pretty big streak that came to an end. But I mean, all in all, a victory for Arsenal, taking them through, and
Yeah,
also
nonetheless,
because
it's a
of this
victory,
victory
and
over
of
Sporting,
course they're at home.
uh, and yeah, and I think this victory also granted Premier League the fifth,
Yes, yes. The
entry in the
major
Champions
point
League.
was that
Yeah,
victory
yeah,
was very good for the Premier League itself. And
critical it
now the
was. Yes,
whoever
yeah,
finishes at fifth
yeah,
in the Premier League will go
is
through
now getting a
without any
chance to play
playoffs.
in the Champions League. Exactly.
Yes,
So
directly qualify. Yeah.
I think hard luck for Sporting because there were a couple of occasions where they could have been lucky, where they didn't. It did not come into being. But I think not a bad display of football from them. But I think we all wanted more from Sporting in this fixture. Considering it would be very, very difficult, it would be impossible, for them to go to Emirates now and, uh,
No, it
take
would
on the
it would
lead.
be, I mean, no less than impossible.
It is, yes,
I don't want to say
absolutely,
impossible, but then again, it's football. Anything is possible. But the way Arsenal is playing at home, especially at Emirates,
exactly,
this would be a
exactly,
huge mountain to climb for
exactly.
Sporting. And considering their away form is not good enough in the
Yeah,
Champions League,
considering the away form as well, yes,
so it's looking likely for Arsenal to go through.
to go through exactly.
Yeah.
We move on. We move on to another English side, but defeated in this fixture.
Oh,
PSG,
Paris, we go to
yeah, PSG
Paris,
taking on
the
Liverpool,
hot favorites, the
the
defending
hot
champion.
favorite, the defending champions of Champions League, and I think they tormented Liverpool
Oh,
for what they are worth in their defense at the moment. I think they exploited
I
it.
don't get it. Malisa, we all say, I mean, in football, there is
Yeah,
an old saying: if you keep missing chances,
yeah,
there is very much likelihood you'll get
yeah,
haunted from those missed chances. I mean,
and
they
that's
come
what,
back to haunt you, and
and
we've
this is
seen
what
it in
they,
the past. We've seen it
yeah,
present, and
yeah.
I hope that doesn't come back because 2-0
Um,
again for me, it's a fragile lead to take away to Anfield.
no, I think
Stadium
they.
which produces these remontadas, the comebacks of
I mean,
comebacks under Klopp,
I'm.
and I mean in the last 2000s decade or so, we've seen it. So
I
it's not
wouldn't.
something impossible for Liverpool, but that current side, the current
Uh,
moment Liverpool are in, I'm not going to back them to come back and beat Paris PSG.
no,
But then
I'm
again, it's
I'm I'm
football.
I'm certainly sure on this point. I mean that Liverpool for Liverpool playing against PSG. PSG is a hell of a side. I mean, you cannot.
Very good
This
side.
they are. They are perhaps the best European side in this Champions
Yeah.
League format. And overall, I think in the Europe they have the best talent and they are in the best of the forms at this point
Yes.
of time. I also liked, the fact in this match that I also liked was that the amount of confidence, and freedom that they've given to their younger side of the players. So Desiree Due, the first goal that came in this fixture, it was a hell of a strike. But then again,
Super strike.
I mean, for the management and for the entire team, to offer them such freedom and confidence that they can pull off such tricks in such big games. I think this tells you the story that PSG is, I think, and they're a tremendous side, uh, and they're in a tremendous form. I don't see Liverpool coming back around no matter what they do. I don't think because PSG is pretty solid in the defense as well. You cannot you
Yeah,
know you
Liverpool
cannot
have to
argue about
come
that.
on guns blazing, and they have to play open game. And again, we talked a
Um,
lot about the openness of the game. Once you go open against such side, you go
yeah,
all out attack.
they
they'll hit back on the
they
counter.
don't
They
hold
got the
back.
pace.
Yeah, they don't hold back
They
at all.
got the pace of that Georgian. I mean, Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian player who scored the second goal. He has been in tremendous form. So does Desire Due. So does that Ballon d'Or winner. I mean,
Yeah,
they
Usman
got
Dembele,
every
Vitinha.
Ousmane Dembele. He has missed. In fact, I thought he should have had his hat trick last night.
I think
Amount of
yeah,
chances he had,
he
he should
had
have
yeah,
had at least brace, if not the hat trick.
yeah,
So I mean, they've got everything in their armory to go and beat Liverpool.
and I think this is I expect this to be another victory for PSG in the second leg of.
And don't forget the tireless amount of work Vitinha does in the midfield. He's been immense. The
No,
little
I mean
guy is
he.
absolutely
I think I have not.
immense.
We would not be able to name another player,
I
who
mean,
can come close to Vitinha. He is a
I just
tireless tractor.
absolutely I
I
love
mean,
watching this.
you
Absolutely
cannot. He
genius in
just,
the
just does
midfield, yeah.
not tire at all. I mean, he is like. I don't find such example of a player like Vitinha currently
Yeah.
playing, and I think I admire the guy. He is but adamant. He is but resilient. He's there. He defends, and he also creates chances. He is a playmaker too. Part-time playmaker
Yeah.
for
Absolutely.
for his side. I think I love the guy. I think he's phenomenally good.
Wonderful. Yeah.
A wonderful PSG, and I
Yeah,
think
with that, with that win, PSG have extended their unbeaten home
yeah,
record in the Champions League
yeah,
knockout phases to 15.
yeah.
That is immense. That shows how improved they are. That
And I
shows where they
think
are right
it is highly likely that they would be, the other side who
now. I
would
think
be
it would be
playing
a
in the
huge
final.
shock and upset if Liverpool come back from this
I
at
mean,
home.
you cannot write it off that such things cannot happen. But I just find it very difficult to
Yeah, this is
come
difficult.
to
Correct
terms
side is
that
very difficult.
Liverpool would be able to come back, with two goals down, and they would be able to come back and then score maybe another goal to take them through. I find it very hard to come to terms with this. But best of luck. I mean, best of luck for the second leg of this fixture. That will be coming around in the next week. We come down to the last fixture. A shocking surprise. A big,
Oh,
big shocking surprise this
no
was.
camp horror
Yeah, Camp
against
Nou,
Athletico. I mean, who would have
Barcelona.
expected this?
I
But
mean,
that is how Simeone's team. I mean, they did it
I
in
think
the past also. I mean, this that is how they do it. This is the way of how Diogo Simeone played, and
um,
this is how he wanted to play. And he has absolute. This was a masterclass
this
tactically,
was a master class. I
and
mean,
of course,
for
they've given
all.
the help of sending off a foolish red card to pick in this scenario. I mean, otherwise,
No,
look
I
at
mean,
the
let's stick to this because I want to talk about this because there's a lot of fuss going on about that particular sending off. And a lot of players, a lot of pundits have also called it off that this was a very harsh calling off the referee to send off the player, Kabarasi. But I think when
I thought
this
it
was a
was a right
clear
call for
sending
me.
off. By all means, this was a
He was
clear
a
sending off.
last ditch defender.
Yeah,
I mean, denied the open goal scoring chance. He
exactly.
pulled him from his hand, and he was in that pace. Of course, if he had a touch on it or
Yeah,
shoulder bar, he
yeah, yeah.
couldn't go down. He
I
pulled
mean, you
him,
cannot.
and that was evident.
I agree that there was still some
And
distance to
even
go
I
to the
mean, for
goal.
so long, I know this is basically people are looking at this in isolation, but this was new
I
camp,
mean,
and you
oh
won't
yeah, this was
find
Camp Nou,
such decisions
and
going against Barca in recent years. I mean, a lot of decisions go with Barca, not against Barca.
against no.
So
So I think this is
that
one
is
of the
why people
instances.
are
But
just
I mean, the fuss about this incident, they've created a faff about it that, there was still some distance to go to the goal. And were
yeah,
you
absolutely. I mean,
was anybody absolutely sure that they would have scored? I mean,
it could
nobody
have
has
been saved.
ever,
Yes,
no, I mean, there's never an instance where you're absolutely sure that, the striker is going to score, not even when they're taking a spot kick. I mean, come on. And the second thing is, although there was some distance to go to the goal, but if you have seen if you've seen the play in the real time, so this was such a beautiful pass. The pass set him off in a particular. This was beautiful. I mean, he took on the run. This was a perfectly timed pass, a perfectly timed run. He would have been one on one with the goalkeeper, and the chances would have been very, very high for them to score. And even not
yeah,
so, the defender intercepting and denying them a clear opportunity to score a goal obviously is a red card. This is a sending off right away. And still, I mean, I don't know from what angle have people seen this, but they've seen that the referee was very quick to send him off. But I think no, this is not how it went down. The referee initially did not, book them for red card. This was VAR.
Yeah, they have to step in and
Yeah.
guide the referee. Yeah, I
So
thought it was a right call.
no, I think
And
this was the right call.
from this resulting free kick,
Yeah.
what a stunner from Julian Alvarez. What a
Yeah,
kick.
Alvarez, I mean, a stunner of a
Talent
free kick. This
it is.
was,
I still can't believe how Pep let him go. How Pep could have let such
I
talent
mean,
go.
it's easier
What a
for
signing.
us to understand for the amount of players they have in their squad and how they have
What
let go.
a signing.
But I think this was a master class. This was,
What
a perfect example of how to score a free kick from such an odd angle. You're just sitting at the very neck of the 18-yard box. It's very difficult, and also considering Barcelona and the goalkeeper is also in a very good nick. He has been in a very good nick, but this was a masterclass, a set piece that
and
was not bound to be stopped by any means,
absolutely, I mean, anyway.
and in the
And
very
for the
far
record,
corner.
for the fans,
Yeah,
this was the first ever Maliksa, first ever
yeah,
win at
yeah,
Nou Camp
yeah. For
from Diego
for
Simeone. I mean,
yeah, for the
Diego
visiting
Simeone in
sides.
his 15 years time, he
Yeah,
never won at Nou Camp. This
and
was the first one.
this was the first time I think, yes, in ten odd some
Barca,
years
yes.
that they've been
15
victorious
years, in
over.
fact. He's been
Yeah,
at the helm for 15
yeah.
years.
And I respect this. I mean, the manager itself. I think I admire the manager. I admire him. I think he has been one of the best things that have ever happened to Atletico Madrid as a club on the whole, in the entirety of the history. So I think he is one, who is supposed to be remembered for a very long
Yeah,
time, for what he has pulled
yes.
with Atletico Madrid. But I think Barcelona. I mean, let's come down to Barcelona, and I think Marcus Rashford. He had a phenomenally good game. Some very very
A
good
very good game.
chances. Very good game. He has been.
He
He was
and
tiringly
that
busy
wonder
in
boy
this
Lamine
entire game.
Yamal.
Yeah. So I think he
Yamal
was
was
tiringly busy in
outstanding.
this entire fixture. He had more chances than any other,
Yeah,
in this fixture. I would also not say that he was. I mean, he was not there. I think he was just, a bit unlucky because a lot of chances that he was involved in. Initially, he tried to, take on the chances by himself. The later on, he tried to pull it back, pull the ball back in for Lewandowski, and any of that could have gone through had he been lucky. But I think it was just not his day. Um for Barcelona. But I think he had a very very good game. Tiringly busy. He was, I think, the most busy player in this entire fixture from the Barcelona side. But I think overall, I think he had a pretty good game. I think
yes, and I don't know, but for me, this game is not over because the amount of talent Barcelona got, they
Barcelona
can
is.
turn it over. They can turn it around. The
I
remontada
mean,
is there for them. But
yes,
the
I mean,
only thing for me is if I can see the entire, the game itself,
yeah,
Atletico at the
yeah,
stadium they play,
yeah.
they are a beast of a side, physically driven, disciplined side at home. It
And
won't be an easy. The
actually,
environment would be like just like you're playing in Turkey or Galatasaray or Benfica
this is a
Stadium or somewhere
classic.
else. The atmosphere will be like
This
this.
Atletico Madrid side is a classic example of the likes of such as AC Milan and Inter Milan,
Absolutely.
Juventus and Manchester. So uh, for their crowds, for the fans that come in, for Atletico
They
Madrid,
know they've got a chance. They know they've got one foot in the semi-final,
they
and
are,
they will
as
be
they
like
stand by with their side, just exactly how Catalonians stand behind Barcelona.
absolute yes.
Right. So this is going to be, yeah,
This would be
a
cracking.
pretty good
Absolutely cracking.
second leg, I would say,
Second leg,
because
absolutely.
Barcelona is going to come down,
All guns blazing because
all guns
absolutely,
blazing. They'll be hunting for
yeah,
any space that is provided by Atletico Madrid, and they have tremendous talent in their squad, and I think the most tremendous young talent in the entirety of the of all the clubs put together. I think Barcelona would, top all of them for the young, for the young players and the amount of, the talent that they have. The likes of Pedri and Gavi, and I mean they are just, overflowing with talent in their sides, and I think they would definitely be fighting for a very, very well earned second chance in the second leg of this fixture. So this is not over. I mean, absolutely, this is not over. Uh, but it's hard to say for Liverpool and Sporting, but this is definitely not over. You know, in the second leg
Absolutely.
of this quarterfinals. So I mean, this is all. I think the matches we have covered all the four matches that went on in the first leg of this quarterfinal. And I think we both unanimously agree that the most strongest sides are more perhaps likely to come through to the final. That is being PSG
Yeah,
and
I'm,
Bayern
I'm
Munich.
still I'm expecting.
But we are hoping for any miracle that can that can happen and present
PSG
itself.
Barca. I'm still gunning for that PSG Barca clash in the
Yeah,
semi-final, and on the other hand, you can have those Bayern and Arsenal clash. So that would
yeah,
be, I mean, brilliant for the
brilliant in the
viewers.
semifinals. Exactly,
Yeah, absolutely
exactly.
yes. Yeah,
So I think this is all that we had for this episode. And we will be calling it a day now, Mr. Abdul, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and Premier League is back around the corner.
And
So
yeah,
finally, we can have the
finally,
Premier League back after two
finally, the
long
Premier
weeks.
League, and I mean, it's coming back with a vengeance because some
Oof.
pretty great, good fixtures,
Yeah,
big fixtures
absolutely.
are now lined up back to
Scintillating
back
games
in two
coming
three
up.
weeks. Yeah, so Premier League is going to come back after a pretty long break now,
Yeah,
and we will really be covering that in Match Week Echoes, obviously, for you guys. So until then, I think this is where we bid farewell to you guys. Uh, so take care of yourself, enjoy football, keep watching football, keep subscribing to our channel and liking our videos. We are also pleased for the peace that has currently prevailed in the world, and we hope
and
that it continues. And they come to
continues.
terms, some peaceful terms. Uh,
Yeah.
but let's hope. Let's hope.
May we
This
all
is
live
this
in
is every
peace.
this is something that
Yeah,
everybody is actually opting for.
yeah. Thank you.
And we'll see you around soon, right, Mr. Abro?
Absolutely. May we all live in peace with those hopes and prayers, and take good care of yourself. Keep watching, keep liking, and do
Yeah.
tuning. And leave your comments. That encourages
Yes.
us. So till then, it's bye bye. It's adios. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.